Moving on now, the Biden administration paid $1 billion to nearly the entire US corporate media for COVID shot propaganda. The information has been revealed to a Freedom of Information Act or FOIA request filed by Blaze Media. As per this request, the Biden administration appropriated $1 billion in fiscal year 2021 for the Secretary of Health to strengthen vaccine confidence in the United States. As a result, hundreds of news organizations were paid by the federal government to advertise for the shots. The campaign was run by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The Freedom of Information Act request revealed that HHS purchased advertising on TV, radio, print and on social media. Media networks included ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, CNN, Newsmax, MSNBC, New York Post, LA Times, Washington Post, BuzzFeed News and hundreds of local newspapers and TV stations. All of them were collectively responsible for publishing countless articles, video segments promoting the COVID jabs as effective and safe. Now, the FOIA request also points out that the government relied on influencers and experts like White House Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci to be interviewed and to promote the vaccination. Now, here are some examples of the Biden propaganda in favor of vaccinations. Newsmax CEO Chris Ruddy wrote an op-ed about applauding Biden for his vaccine efforts. Fear-based vaccine ads featuring survivor stories were posted by the HHS on YouTube. Major American news networks like CNN and ABC have also been part of the Biden campaign. Facebook announced a social media plan to help get people vaccinated. The LA Times featured expert advice on how to convince vaccine-hesitant people to change their minds. And the Washington Post presented the pro-vaccine messages people want to hear. These are just a few of the examples. On the contrary, recent evidence suggests that vaccination is not safe or effective. After orders from a Texas federal judge in January, the Food and Drug Administration released Pfizer-BioNTech's vaccine trial data. The 55,000 pages of COVID-19 vaccine data has an appendix that lists nearly 1,300 adverse side effects of the Pfizer shot. The list includes acute kidney injury, cardiac arrest, liver injury, type 1 diabetes, deep vein thrombosis. These are just a few medical conditions caused by vaccination from a total of 1,291 listed in this data. That's not all. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently admitted that it withheld critical COVID-19 data from the public. Ever since the beginning of the COVID shot rollout in 2021, the CDC acknowledged that it did so only because it had feared that the data would be misinterpreted and cause vaccine hesitancy. As of March 2022, the majority of American population is already vaccinated. More than 215 million Americans, or 65% of the US population, have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. This includes 75% adults, 88.8% senior citizens, nearly 94.6 million people have received at least one booster dose. The information shared by the FOIA request indicates a grave breach of journalistic ethics in the United States. Only positive coverage about COVID shots was pushed by news networks, while negative information was censored. It is imperative for editorial teams to operate independently of media advertising, but American news networks felt no need to do so. Moreover, it was the United States taxpayers' money that was allocated to government's PR machinery favoring COVID jabs. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.